This is Right Now for Boxing UK, here with Tunde Ajayi. Tunde, man, how's it going?
Come on, Rakim, all good. Loving the sport of boxing, living the dream.
Of course, you've got another fighter out here today, Joe Kadua. How's he looking and what are you expecting for Joe in the future?
Well, I've said it on a few interviews today, you know me, I never like to start boosting up a young prospect because it's such a long, you know, I'm at the top of the level of this sport, and it's such a long journey, it's such a long road, and I think all you can ever really ask for is continued improvement from the person that you're training and managing in this respect. And I know I'm going to get a better performance from Joe than the first one, and it's going to continue his whole career. He will get better and better and better and better and better because he's got that work ethic, which I haven't seen for a long time. And you know, there's a lot that goes into it, the confidence aspect, the performing under the lights, the talking to the cameras and everything. All that is part of professional boxing.
It is.
And so you don't want to get into the habit of putting too much pressure on which is what I've done with a lot of the old fighters. I put a lot of pressure on them, and I will never make that mistake again. So I'm just looking for a nice, competent win and performance tomorrow. And after this, Joe's ready for 6 rounds. He's only had 2 4-rounders, but he's ready for 6 rounds.
I see that yourself's got behind him, Anthony got behind him. I was at his debut.
Yes.
You look, Anthony came out in the ring walk, and it's not too often that the whole camp gets behind the next guy coming through. That's why it made me think, Joe, he could be next.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the right support system. As I say, the mentality of a fighter is, in my opinion, 99% of this journey. And to have that support system around him, Anthony, Yarde, Ade, myself, James Cook, is just great for him. So there's no excuses. You know, everything is going to be down to him and what he feels in his own mind. And we're all behind him. We're backing him. We see Anthony out here today. You know, you don't usually see that, you know, for someone so young. But we know the capability and we know the potential of Joe. It is massive. And as I say, you'll see that when he starts going into championship rounds, which I'm not expecting to be a long time.
Of course, just talking in the camp, I see you and Anthony in good spirits, having banter, joking about. And that's the kind of vibe you want in the camp. That's the kind of vibe you want for new fighters coming in, and to show that we're friends, we're pals, we get the job done, we strive together, we have setbacks together.
Yes.
We do everything together as a team.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key, and that's where all the love and support has come from for Anthony and for myself. You know, listen, we're in Campbell, South London now. We're walking down the street. Listen, delivery men stopping, getting out their car and hailing man up and saying, bro, you man, yeah, proper, because it's like a code, you know, of loyalty and respect that people on the outside, remember, boxing is a working class sport. So when you got working class people coming up to you and bigging you up and saying how proud they are of you, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing for us, and we fight for ourselves, and we fight for the people, and we fight for the people that love us.
Of course, Anthony, he's making a bit of a name for himself as a prize fighter, fighting man, a real fighting man, a man who fights anyone. And after his last performance with BETERBIEV, of course not the result you wanted, I feel like his stock couldn't have gone up massively. How's life changed for yourself and for Anthony after that stellar performance?
Yeah, it's serious, because I've always said to Andy, you're a superstar. I've always said, Andy, you're a superstar. He's like, nah, I'm just me. But after this fight here, it's just next level. Like the way people stop him. You know, we walked through the O2 for the AJ fight. Literally, I had to tell brothers to allow it because it's too much. It's just too much. But that's what it comes with, and I'm just happy that it shows that even in defeat, there's victory. You know, if you look at the Ring Magazine light heavyweight ratings that came out April the 1st, now you have 6 London kids in the top 10 of the Ring Magazine light heavyweight division. Anthony being number 1 of those 4, JB being number 2, Dan Aziz being number 3, and Craig Richard number 4. And just seeing that, those London boys recognized in world rating boxing is incredible. So I'm happy that this journey is really taking us to new heights.
You know, it's crazy to see because, like you know myself, I come out to stream spar a couple of times in the amateurs.
Yeah.
Boatsi, I remember teaming in London ABAs.
Yes.
YARDE, he was fighting for Islington, he was knocking guys out.
Yes.
Dan Aziz, I know he was fighting as well for his university, I remember.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy to see how everyone now has come up. Everyone's come up. And the thing is, it's not over just yet, because down the line potentially, even Craig Richards, he's another one who's local to me, he's another South London boy. You could all be crossing paths not too soon from now. The YARDE Boatsi fight, still highly spoken about.
Yes.
Is that something you guys are still interested in?
Yeah, I'm happy that you said Craig, because like, bro, I keep telling people, Craig is about his business. He's someone that's always going to get better because he lives the sport of boxing. Like all four of us, all four of the young men do that. Craig's, I guess he's PR man, because that man ain't giving the right PR. You need to talk about him a lot more because he's a great fighter. Well, great maybe a bit too strong, but he's someone that is, I still believe, along with Anthony. I believe all four of these guys can win world titles. All four of them. Dan and JB are yet to challenge for a world title, but it's going to happen for them. And eventually, you never know, we might have a round robin where all the London boys are fighting for the title. Because BETERBIEV and Bivol are not going to be around for long, or they're certainly not going to hold on to those belts. Unless BETERBIEV wants to rematch Ant again. I know Ant wants that fight again. Ant said, I can beat that guy. So Ant is ready. Ant's back in the gym, been in the gym for a month already. You know, and we're just waiting for Frank. We'll sit down as a team and see where we go from there.
And of course, another name that was mentioned was Joe Smith Jr., former world champion. Is that another fight that potentially we could see before the end of the year?
Yeah, I'm sure if there's a world title behind it, that's not a comeback fight for nothing. Any fights, they got to make sense. You know, they have to make sense. You don't just put, well, definitely not someone that I manage. He ain't, listen, AJ lost a unified world title and went back in with Franklin. So why must we lose a world title and go back in with a top 10 or someone that's even rated higher than us? We need our fight back. And so I'd be interested to see what our fight back was going to be when we all sit down. And then we'll go from there. We'll take it from there. But we all know that Anthony Yard doesn't duck or dodge no one. And Frank is the man with a plan. So, yeah. The main thing for us was main thing for me was getting Ant back in the gym as soon as possible, because it's not about sitting down and it's like he never left. So I know that we're going to be sitting down with Frank in the next week or so and see where we move from there.
Just talking about comeback fights, of course, Joshua came back last week against Jermaine Franklin.
Yes.
People had different comments about the fight. What were your thoughts on the fight, Joshua, after the end of that one?
Yeah. Not spectacular, but we got the win. And we got the win without facing or having too much damage. And that's very important. You know, mentally, it's great for him. New team, you can see that he was downloading a lot of information which he had downloaded, he was now putting it into practice. In the fight, his defense was great. You know, he was slipping punches, he was catching punches, parrying. A lot of that stuff I didn't really see on Fight Night, because I was there shouting my lungs out. I was like, bruv, rock him up, lick him up, rush him now, rush it. Like, you know me, like, I'm just hyperactive. I'm like, come on, AJ, boom, boom, let's go now. Bro, he's scared of you, he's scared. Like, it was like it was Andy in there. Like, I wanted it so much for him. I wanted him to impress in so much spectacular fashion that it wasn't until I went home and watched the fight that I said, you know what, this was actually a good performance for someone who's having his first fight. Remember, AJ, he's carrying a cross that nobody has crossed, that nobody has carried. So all this criticism stuff, you walk in his shoes. You walk in that young man's shoes, then let's see how you can deal with it. And guess what, they can't, that's why they're not carrying the cross and he's carrying the cross. So there's never criticism from me. I just look at him as someone that has set his bar so high that people are expecting that forever, and it just doesn't go like that. And so he needs to it's not boxing. I don't subscribe to the thing about we've got to strip him down, and that's long. How can you teach him boxing now? So you're going to teach him boxing and go there with Tyson Fury? Come on, that don't make no sense. You got to bring out what's inside of him, the beast, the animal. And he already knows how to box. He won an Olympic gold medal.
Two-time world champion.
Two-time world champion. So it's the mental side, which I want the people around him to put the fire back in him. Look, he's at a stage of his career. You cannot be scared to tell AJ what is right and what is wrong. Forget about what's wrong. Let's talk about what's right. What is right is someone telling you, let's go. You see? You see, that's what I'm trying to say. You can't test our camp. You see, our camp, it's the best camp in boxing. This is what I'm trying to say. This is the vibe you need. This is the vibe you need. This is someone who just fought the most feared man in boxing. You understand? I'm back in the gym, back the vibe, the energy. This is what life is about, and boxers need that. Boxers need that. The Muhammad Ali, the Houdini Brown. You need that kind of brother around you.
Pull up for the over.
Say again?
Pull up for the over.
And. You know what it comes. It's not me, it's him. Alright, see? Anyway, look. What? But it wasn't me, really what? Why not slap him?
Always. What question did you want Anthony to ask? What is it that you want to know? Tell us.
I was going to say, of course, it's a team effort. It's good banter in the gym.
What is the question, brother?
Tell us how good Tunde Ajayi is and the mentor is to you.
Tunde Ajayi? You see what I'm saying? It wasn't me who called you, it's him that called you. What you called me for?
We should talk about your relationship with Tunde. How good it is between you lot. You lot vibes, banter. He's a pussy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Anthony and Tunde's relationship. Come. You man don't know. This thing goes deep. Just wait until you see them when they get into something so small. They'll be there for 25 minutes.
I'm right. That's why.
No, forget the question.
Right. Do you know how I'm right? Because ask him how much money he's taking from me, and I'll tell you how much money I'm taking from him.
Yeah, but he's a professional gambler, so I can't win. He's a professional gambler, but yeah, it's all love in this
You ain't
camp.
never seen me gamble with Anthony. Never. No way. No. £1, 1 penny, 10p. No sir. I don't know why Cat keeps falling for it as well. He keeps falling for it all the time.
It's good to see that kind of relationship between you lot. That's what we kind of need in the camp.
It's great.
It's along.
It's
As
I said, it's something that you need. You need that because evidently life is energy, and the people that you got around you are always instrumental in your progress, in your journey, and you don't want to have people around you that's always telling you about doubts. That's what I'm saying. Going back to the AJ question, I'm like, no. You need the hype men. You need the guys that are hype, but they're real also. So they tell you how they feel, and I feel that if he hasn't got that around him, that's what he definitely needs, because he's got it. He's African warrior, Nigerian spirit. Anthony Olasini Joshua. So I know there's going to be Nigerians say, look at this boy. He don't even know how to say his no. We know.
Listen, we're back. Joshua last weekend. Israel Adesanya the other weekend.
Listen,
Niger, we're back.
It's been a great couple of weeks and weekend for our boys. It's great. It's great for boxing, and it's great for just people that want to be inspired by individuals. That there are always a section that don't want them to do well, but they defeat the odds. They defeat their own demons in their own mind, and they challenge it, and they come out on top. And that's great for everybody, wherever you're from.
Tunde, thank you for the words. Of course, looking forward to seeing you and Anthony back out there.
Yes.
It's been a great journey, but the journey is not over, so we're not to be seeing much more of that. So thanks for your time, and until next time.
Yes, thank you very much for the interview, Rakeem. Keep doing what you did, my man.
We'll do.